Hello beer troopers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hoppers. Today checking out some beer from Fremont. Fremont Brewing Company over in Seattle in America. We've reviewed some of their barrel-aged beers which have been fantastic. We reviewed B-Bomb 2 times, different vintages. We reviewed the coconut version, the cinnamon vanilla, I think it was, or definitely cinnamon version. And then we reviewed Brewed 3000 as well, their anniversary ale, which were amazing. But recently, Beardome had another silent release with Hype Fremont. And it was sold out in 5 minutes, but we got all of it. They got some barrel-aged stuff, which is coming soon. I'm not sure if we'll use it for a battle or just a vintage review of the B-Bomb and the coconut B-Bomb from last year, because those are there. But we got some Dark Star, their barrel-aged version of their Imperial Oatmeal Stout, and the coffee edition of that one, along with Rusty Nail, which I loved at NBCC. Smoky cinnamon licorice Imperial Stout and Burn Barrel. Sounds a bit odd, but it's great. But along with that, they also had some core range and special release beers, and mainly IPAs, or only IPAs in cans, which could be fun to try. Because I've never had anything but barrel-aged beer, really, by Fremont. I think I might have had some non-barrel-aged beer at NBCC when they were there, but never anything like this. And also, sad note, NBCC isn't going to happen this year. I think most people kind of expected it, but due to the whole COVID thing, no beer festival in Copenhagen. So, even though it's a great time. But this will be fun to try. The releases of canned and just bottle, limited releases and whatnot this year in Europe of hype stuff from wherever in the world has been crazy, possibly also due to the whole COVID situation. But let's check out these hoppy beers. I thought I'd mash them up in a video because a lot of you guys probably don't know them, so we're doing a Fremont hoppy beer showcase. We're starting off with their pale ale. This is one of their year-round releases, and this is their Skycrack and Hazy Ipa. I don't know if they've always made this as a hazy pale ale. I don't know. I'm pretty sure their series of different beers have changed over the years. The brewery's from 2009, so 11 years old this year. They just released an 11th anniversary ale too. I think it's a stout series. But yeah, this is a hazy pale ale called Skycrack, and it's 5.5% alcohol, and it's hopped with, and I love this. If you want any info on beer from Fremont, go to their website. Everything is there. Malt, hops, all that stuff. Except yeast. They don't mention that, but that's perfectly fine. And also, just the bottles of the barrel-aged stuff, they have it on the label. But this is made with Citra Mosaic and Strata hops. They use a malt backbone of 2-row pale ale malt, white wheat, flake wheat, malted oats, and rolled oats. So trying to make it really fluffy. Yeah, let's check it out. So pour is a very nice, lightly hazy, golden yellow color, a white looking, slightly fluffy head. Not a ton of it, but it's there. Let's check out the aroma on Skycracken. Lemon limey. There's a bit of a aloe vera kind of herbal thing. So these are borderline 2 months old, which is pretty much some of the fresh. Sometimes you get it a bit fresher, but often with these American IPA releases, they get here around that age. But it still smells nice. Yeah, some passion fruit going in there too. They say themselves melon and guava. I don't know too much about that, but yeah, definitely it's got some generic tropical vibes and lemon citrus vibes, and yeah, a little bit of the aloe. It smells like just a nice, pale ale. Crackery bready malt. Let's try it. Cheers. And thanks a ton to Beardome for the beers. I mean, it's nuts they got. Not just this, but the barrel-aged stuff. So yeah, cheers. Yeah, this is like super crushable. It's funny it's got Strata. This has also got Strata. A lot of people say like this is the new Citra. It's consistent from crop to crop and just tasty. Like it's tropical, citric, very Citra-like, but it's apparently easier to get for some brewers. I've never brewed with it, but a lot of brewers in America are loving Strata right now. I mean, at one point, Citra and Mosaic is going to be old school. Oh, this is nice. Crackery bready, not super fluffy. Like medium, lighter side of medium mouthfeel. There's a bit of grapefruit, a little bit of pith, sweet citrus. Again, light generic tropic vibes. I'm not really getting the aloe vera thing on the flavor. Yeah, some lemon lime. It's nice. It's a nice pale ale, for sure. Basically what I expect from like a core range beer. Yeah, it's nice. So moving up the scale, we've got their Lush IPA. So this is not a hazy IPA, which is nice for a change. And this one is on 7%. They don't say West Coast or anything like that. They just say it's, an IPA. And it is a whole lot, more bitter, I think, just seeing the IBU there. This one just says just the right amount of IBUs. Whereas Lush IPA says it's 80 IBUs. So a whole lot stronger in the bitterness territory. Malt for this is 2-row pale and honey malt, and the hops are Citra, Mosaic, and then Citra Cryo hops. So this sounds like it's going to be a nice bitter release. You can get this in 12-ounce cans, 6-packs, bombers, and on tap. Wow. They got all the info on their website. I love that. Even you can see the different pictures of what it looks like, and also how to drink it the freshest within 90 days of canning or bottling. That's how you do it, guys. So that looks nice. Very crystal clear, light chill hazy, golden yellow IPA. Pale malt and honey malt. You're not going to get a ton of color, but it looks nice. It's got a white head. Let's check out the aroma on Lush IPA from Fremont. If I can swirl it here for all these tall IPA glasses. Oh yeah, it definitely smells more old school. It's got that like kind of slightly pithy vibe. It's interesting though. It's not necessarily smelling like a West Coast IPA. To me, it's more like maybe like a Midwest style IPA, like Chicago style. It's got like that's like sweet citrus citra kind of thing. A lot of it, like just really ripe sweet citrus. They say melon and tropical as well, and grassy. I'll say generic tropical fruit, and then just a little bit of like grapefruity thing as well from Mosaic, and then that slight kind of blueberry edge that you can get from it. But I can follow tropical notes, yeah. Maybe some grassiness, but it smells nice. It's not as popping as Skycracken though. It's a bit more, subdued on the aroma, but let's try it. Cheers. Ooh, we got some bitterness. Yeah, it's like a bitter kind of Midwest style IPA, really. It's 80 IBU, so it's quite bitter. But I don't feel like it's abrasively bitter. Like it's bitter, but it's not scraping your tongue. It's also got a little bit of sweetness, malt sweetness, and that kind of honey malt sweetness. It tastes like just like more of a classic fruity IPA. Again, kind of what you'd expect from core range beer too. Grapefruit, sweet citrus, pine, pith, a little bit of a sugar-coated kind of pink grapefruit vibe, and grapefruit pith. I'm not really picking up on any tropical vibes really on the flavor. There's a bit of pine on the aftertaste too. Yeah, blueberry note from Mosaic isn't there either. It's more like citrus, maybe a hint of stone fruit. But it's funny, this seems a bit more mellow on the flavor, whereas this seems a bit more punchy. I think it's just because of the bitterness. It's just a bit more simple. It's not as complex. There's a huge mouthfeel difference, for sure. This is more chewy medium, lighter meat side of medium. But they're nice IPAs. Again, they taste what you'd expect from core range beer from a brewery. So, up next is their Head Full of Dynamite. So Hipflow Dynamite is a series from them in which they do IPAs. They play around with hops. And they've done, I guess, 21 iterations right now, and this is the 20th. And they just call it Hipflow Dynamite. The label changes per batch, and you can see all the info on their website, which is dope. So we got the info here. It's 6.8% and it's hazy New England IPA. IBU, it says a crap ton. So it's ACT. So I wonder if it's like going to be a bitter New England IPA. That'd be interesting. But the thing with this is like they try to take a hop and like make it shine, kind of put a hop in focus. And this time it is Strata. So yeah, that's all. Malt backbone is the same as their pale ale, actually, just ramped up. 2-row pale, rolled oats, flaked wheat, white wheat. Did they have another? They had a flaked oats too in that, I think, but almost the same. And then Strata hops. And this one they only give 60 days of a freshness range. I love how they do that though, and this is only in cans, 4 packs. So they say themselves like mango and whatnot, but this will be fun because it's a nice kind of way to test out Strata. As you can see, it's also not like crazy hazy. It's like lightly hazy. I'm guessing it's Conan yeast beers, just because it'll look like it's not completely hazy. And if you use something like a London Ale 3, often the beers, because it can go out of suspension, yes, but it takes a long time. So those beers look like turkey gravy hazy because the yeast really stays in suspension. With Conan yeast, sometimes like the heady topper yeast, as people also call it, it's like medium in terms of fluctuation. I'm just slung a thing around the terms here, but it's medium, so it can drop out or not. And usually with time, you'll see it drop out a bit fast. Not fast, but you see it's like lightly hazy. But that doesn't matter, as long as the beer tastes good, right? So, but otherwise, yeah, similar color to the others. Maybe more like a hazy version of this. Like it's like lightly golden. It's a golden yellow with a bit of more of an orange hue. Yeah, let's check out the aroma on Hipflow Dynamite version 20 with Strata hops. Wow, yeah, okay, so when you come to that definitely is the one that packs the biggest punch in terms of aroma. Again, it smells, not dead fresh. It's not like that, like when you smell super fresh during an IPA, but it does smell really nice. There's like, there's some like kind of like almost like a gummy candy vibe to it. Like almost like, I think it's like white grape gummy candy bears. Or gummy bears, like the white gummy bears in Haribo gummies. Or just like white gummies. It reminds me of those. It's like a candy white grape thing. It's like very white, like gummy bear, like gummies in general. Specifically the white one really standing out. That's interesting. And that must be a Strata hops and the yeast. And then there's like this singing sharp, almost like if you mixed a tart singy citrus fruit like a lemon, sweeten it like hell, mixed in gummy bears, and then like a dusting of like tropical vibes, like a sweet mango. It's like almost like that mixed into like a jelly, or a gummy candy. It's very interesting actually. It just makes me want to play around with Strata hops. It's probably also a yeast character, of course, but yeah, like a cool gummy candy thing. Let's try it. Cheers. And again, thanks a ton to Beer Dome. Yeah, it's like a gummy candy sweet thing. That's what it reminds me of, at least. Maybe not to you, but to me it just reminds me of sweeter gummy candy. Like a tropical, mango, orange, grassy, woody. I can't get that out of my head. In Denmark, it's like that mixed with... There it is! There it is! Kæmpelæske. Kæmpelæske ice cream. Exactly. So it's like a lemonade ice cream type thing. It's like white with a top of chocolate. And often it's a combo. I think it's lemon-based flavor, but I think it's also like there's a grape variant. It's like champagne boost is the flavor we call it. Often it's grape flavored, white grape. It's almost like you mash those up with like a gummy bear or something. Very unique. I really want to try really fresh single hop Strata beers now because just that makes me really intrigued by it. Paired with like tropical vibes, and like I can see mango. And I can see woody flavor, especially on the aftertaste. It's got like grassy, peppery, woody bite to it without being too much. Yeah. It's just like fun with that candy thing. Kæmpelæske, I can't get it out of my head now. Kæmpelæske. If you want to translate it directly, which you can't, I mean giant refreshment, something like that. Just læske means refreshment or refreshing, something that's refreshing, and kæmpe means giant. But I don't know what you I don't know if that type of kind of almost like a popsicle type, popsicle ice cream popsicle thing, ice cream pop. and it's made from I don't know. I think it's just fruit juices and stuff and sugar. It's not like cream based, but you might have it in your country. That's what it reminds me of, or maybe even Sundali, the triangular frozen ones, like the great one of that. But yeah, okay, that's not what I expected at all from this, but that was fun. Yeah, they're nice beers. Again, they're not that fresh. They should be drunk ASAP. So if you want to check them out, head on to Beer Dome right now and get some and check them out. They are nice beers, but I think my favorite definitely is this, the Hazy IPA Hipflow Dynamite, just because the Strata really offers a quite fun hop character. I think when this just was released, it was really, really dope, even though it's still tasting nice. Second favorite is definitely the Lush, and my least favorite is the Skycrack, and not the least favorite. They're all nice beers, especially like for core range beer, you can get like in 6-packs all the time. It's like 12 packs, all that stuff. This is great beer to have. Like, you don't have to drink hype all the time, and sometimes you just want a cold beer. For me, it's just usually Pilsners, but I see they have that too. But ratings. So the state of this right now, I'm going to give it a straight 90. It's a very nice hazy IPA. Again, I think it would be much better if it were fresher. And I think, you know, what they're known by, these guys, are the barrel-aged stuff, which will be really fun to try. I think we'll try some this weekend. But that's what they're really known for, and that's what they really nail. Then we got this one, the Lush. So, what about this one? Yeah, like 89, 90. Around the same time, grade. It's just old school IPA that just tastes like it's supposed to. Well done old school IPA. Maybe an 89, maybe an 88, 89 actually. Something like that. Just because I enjoy this a bit more. And finally, the Skycrack. That's also nice, but that's more like, let's see, maybe an 86, 87. So like a 3.75 on Untappd, a small 4, and a 4. If you could, maybe, you know, something like that. Nice beers, nothing mind-blowing crazy, but I think they're worth it for sure if you like IPAs and if you like Fremont beers, just to check out some more of their stuff. I think these guys are definitely on my list to visit of breweries next time I go to the States. I've never been to Seattle. It would be fun to go to Seattle too. So, nice stuff. Really looking forward to the barrel-aged stuff coming up next. I'm going to be tasting it in a few days, or some of it at least, with Brett and also Hinlike. So if you guys had a chance to try some of these beers, let us know what you thought of them. Thanks to Beer Dome for the beers. They have these available right now on their web shop. They, of course, do not have the barrel-aged stuff anymore. As I said earlier, it was 5 minutes and it was gone, but their selection right now is great. They just keep getting new stuff. It's crazy. So check them out. Link for the shop is down below. And this video is running long, so as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And remember to ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.